guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. Today we are going to be talking about all of the makeup, nail polish, and perfume that I used up and finished in the year of 2020. I do not save hair care and skincare products because they tend to be bulkier. And as somebody who has a history of having some major hoarding tendencies, I don't want to stockpile a ton of garbage in my house. It feels really good to actually get those things out. But I do save makeup, nail polish, and perfume because it's kind of interesting to see what I've actually used up in a year and how much I can accomplish in a 12-month time frame. As you guys know, I'm a pretty pokey puppy when it comes to finishing any of these products. None of them I seem to fly through. And I've certainly seen some amazing things on Instagram in the last week or so of people posting their empties for the year. Like mind-blowing amounts of product that they've gotten through. I don't have an amazing stockpile of empties, and I would say that when I look back at my empties from last year, it's pretty on par. So I think I can start to see a realistic picture of what I can actually use up in a year, which does help me with planning what I should be putting in projects and how much I should be attempting to pan at a time, because just because I put more items in a project doesn't mean I finish them any faster. I can only use so much makeup every day, and this is a realistic picture of what I can use within a year's time period, and that's good information. And I hope you guys like seeing what I used up this year as well. So yeah, I've been busy filming my inventory videos, but for now we are taking a short break to take a look back at what I finished in 2020 for makeup, perfume, and nail polish. So let's turn the camera around and see what I did. Okay, here are all of my makeup empties. Like I said in the intro, when I compare what I have in front of me now to what I had in front of me a year ago, it's pretty similar. This is about how much I could finish. Some are better, some are worse, but in general, I would say this is pretty similar to what I had last year. For primers, I have 5 primers here. I actually finished another deluxe sample of primer, so I actually finished 6 primers, but I have no idea where the one ran off to. It was a Tarte BB cream. That was like a primer slash tinted moisturizer kind of a thing. But there's 5 of them right there. I also finished this palette of color correctors. There was pink, green, like a blue and a yellow color corrector in there. I finished 4 concealers, which was really good for me. For foundation, I finished this Revlon Color Stay, this Max Factor foundation, this deluxe sample of the Clinique Beyond Perfecting, a little sample of Prescriptives, a little sample of Tarte, and this Bare Minerals in the shade Medium Beige. In addition to these foundation products, I also finished 1 pan of setting powder, but it's in a palette, so it's not part of these empties. But I did also completely finish 1 pan of finishing powder. I finished this liquid bronzer from Bonnie Bell. I did also finish 2 pans of cream bronzer, but they're part of a palette, so they're not in these empties today because I'm still working on the other 2 shades. But I did finish technically 3 cream bronzer products. I also finished this foundation from Bare Minerals in the shade Toffee, which I used as a powder bronzer. I finished these 2 liquid illuminators, and I used all 3 of these by mixing them in with my foundation. I finished this pack of highlighting papers from My Couture. I finished these 3 blushes, which in and of itself is a very good year for me. But I also finished a 4th blush, which is part of a palette, so I don't have that out here today. But I was able to finish 4 blushes this year, which can only be explained by the fact that in the last 3 years, I have not finished a single blush. So I made a lot of progress 3 years ago, didn't finish it, made a lot of progress on another blush 2 years ago, Didn't finish it, made a lot of progress on a blush last year, didn't finish it. I finished all 3 this year, plus I finished that guy right there. I finished one brow gel from ColourPop. I really like this, and I think I will be rebuying it again in the future. I finished one eyeshadow base and one stick eyeshadow from Tarte. Plus I have 4 eyeshadow pans here that I finished. In addition to these, I did finish 3 other pans of eyeshadow. So during the year of 2020, I finished a total of 7 pans of powder eyeshadow, plus this eyeshadow stick, plus a mica eye base. That is a really good year for me. Last year, I only finished 1 eyeshadow. All of last year, just 1 eyeshadow. So 7 plus these 2 is pretty good for me. All right, only 1 eyeliner for last year. I finished 2 the year before, so I'm pretty slow at panning eyeliners. That's the only eyeliner I finished this past year. I also only finished 1 mascara primer. I love using mascara primer, but with my low buy system, I could not justify buying any more. So I haven't bought any mascara primers since finishing this one, but I changed the rules of my low buy, and now I can buy these without it affecting my points. So I think I'm going to be investing in another mascara primer. I think I'm going to try the Essence one. Hopefully it's still available. Because although I love L'Oreal, it's not cruelty free. So I'll try the Essence one if it's still available. I finished 6 mascaras. These are my lip product empties for 2020. I have this big pot of lip balm. Most of this I worked on in 2019, but I finished it off in early 2020. Plus I finished this lip balm, plus this lip oil. And for colored lip products, I only have 2 lip glosses and 2 lipsticks. It wasn't a great year for finishing lip products, but I'm happy to have these products out of my stash. And finally, for setting sprays, I finished 2 full size and a sample size or a half size of MAC Prep and Prime. So that's pretty similar to what I did last year as well. So these are all of my makeup empties for 2020. I know it's not that many, but like I said, it's pretty realistic for what I can finish in a year. And I'm happy to have these things out of my stash. I've done a video on this in the past, but if you don't know or if you haven't seen that video, mascara wands can be cleaned and donated to Wands for Wildlife in the US. It's in, I forget what state, somewhere in the southern US. But they will take your used mascara wands and use them to clean the fur of the wild animals they rescue. So I will be sending all of my mascara wands to Wands for Wildlife. And whatever packaging is recyclable will be recycled when possible. Okay, here are my perfume empties for the year. There's not a lot as far as quantity, but I'm assuming that this bottle of perfume equals all of the little samples I finished in the previous year. I am so happy to have a full-size perfume out of my stash. It feels really good. I am not sad to see this go at all. I also finished off a rollerball and just one little sample of Twilly from Hermes. This was a delightful perfume, and out of all of the perfumes I did try in the past year, this one definitely stood out the most, and it's one I would like to consider buying. I can't really consider buying it, but I would like to consider buying it eventually. It is on my Sephora's love list, so I really enjoyed that perfume a lot. But yes, only 3, a good chunk of my year was spent trying to finish this full-size perfume. I don't know if I'm going to work on another full-size perfume this year or not. I might take this year to focus on more body sprays and deluxe samples, and then I'll tackle another full-size perfume next year, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's only January 5th. Plenty of time to see where the year takes us. In kind of an anticlimactic fashion, these are my nail polish empties for 2020. Yes, there are only two. One was a colored nail polish and one was a base coat, I believe. Yeah, I think that was a base coat. So typically I would say I finish 2 base coats, 2 top coats, and at least 2 colored polishes in a year. So this wasn't great. This was not a good year for nail polish and me. This is definitely down from last year. I totally blame it on COVID. I completely lost interest in painting my nails once I stopped going to work, which is interesting. I do have my nails painted today. They're already chipping because I was cleaning my bathroom last night. But yeah, this isn't good. Hopefully 2021 will be better for nail polish use up. Wish me luck for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I do hope you consider subscribing. If my ducks are in a row, tomorrow we'll start inventory day 1. Oh my goodness. Am I ready for it? No, but I need to get it done with. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.